I deleted Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube off my phone because I was going down, period. Going down a dark path, going down a dark spiral of not goodness, not good things. It just was getting to be so much. I just felt so congested with information and so many pieces of information that I was, I wanted those pieces of information I was telling myself, this is inspiration, like these are jumping off points, I can do something with these things. But was I doing things with them? No action was being taken. And it was very overwhelming. This is also not a new concept because in this day and age, there's just so much information out there. And yeah, I was just feeling like I had to do something about it. So I deleted those 3 apps off my phone. I still have Pinterest, but I've almost kind of not even been, I have been going on there still, but it's almost been like, it doesn't feel unhealthy to me going on Instagram or going on Pinterest at this point. It's not addictive to me right now, whereas YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok were addictive. Like I was going on them actively knowing that it was not gonna help me, and actively being like, this is wasting your time, like you don't need to be doing this right now, and yet I would go on there. So toxic, so just bad feelings. So I'm proud of myself for taking action, deleting them off my phone, and that was on Tuesday that I deleted them. It's amazing. It is. Like I go on my phone and I'm like, okay, like it's not really much for me to do on here. I could go through my emails, I could look at old pictures, which I try to encourage myself not to do because sometimes that can also cause a bit of a spiral and it can sometimes be unhealthy rather than comforting. Having those apps deleted along with just finishing up my first week of The Artist's Way, it feels life-changing right now, and it feels just kind of funny that both of those things, starting The Artist's Way and deleting the 3 apps, have aligned and happened around the same time. It's like kismet-y, feel a bit, yeah, I don't know. It's a special time for me creatively. That feels really exciting. I did my tasks for the first week of The Artist's Way. Yeah, I was not prepared to do the tasks. I didn't realize that was something I had to do week to week, but we learned something new and we did them. And then I still have to do, there's like 3 questions, check-ins that you have to do at the end of each week. So I'm gonna make sure I do those today, but a little bit later. Yes, and then I also did some collaging in my travel journal that I took with me to Europe a couple years ago. And then I also took with me to when I went to Copenhagen, and I found a bunch of like postcards and receipts and little scrapbooking items in there that I had not scrapbooked with yet. I actually have so many from my time in Europe that I just have not scrapbooked with yet. And so I sat down and I did that this morning as well, and it felt so good to do things with my hands, to use my big glue stick right there. I love it so much. I don't know what it is, but I just love that giant glue stick. There was a moment on one of my walks like last week or something, where I was like, I need to really limit who I follow. Because I follow lovely people on Instagram. Do I get inspired by what they post? Yes, that's why I follow them. And I love their vibe. But I feel like I need to start categorizing people I follow and be like, okay, I'm gonna follow 5 or 6 people for their fashion inspiration. Choose my favorites and then unfollow the rest. I'm gonna follow 2 to 3 people for fitness, movement inspiration. I'm gonna follow 2 people for graphic design inspiration, 3 people for poetry, stuff like that. It's like, I don't need to be following 50 million people, because there's just no point. There's no point. Like, there's enough out there. Anyway, that is something that I'm gonna do once I get Instagram back, probably on Wednesday. I'm gonna go through who I follow and sort that out. That also makes me think of clothing. I've been thinking so much about my clothing recently, because I have a pile right down here of just clothes that have been sitting in my room that I don't want anymore and I need to get rid of, and they need to go to a home that will love them and wear them and serve them. They've done their time for me, I've done my time for them, and now it's time to move on. I've been wanting to go through my closet and pick out items and pick out, okay, these are the baby tees that I wear that I do not see myself getting rid of for a while, because they are such staples for me. Or these are the plain long sleeves that I always wear. These are the pattern long sleeves that I always wear. These are the sweatshirts that I always wear. I actually wear like all my sweatshirts, so good luck getting rid of any of those. Hi guys, good morning. It is 10 o'clock. I wanted to say hello, check in. It's been a couple days since I've chatted, but I really wanted to talk about the past week without any social media, not having YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok. So I want to talk about that, not having social media this past week, while also being on my second week of the Artist Way. That is a magical combination, to be doing the Artist Way and not be on social media. I think that is a great jumping off point if you're feeling stuck. Step 1, start the Artist Way. Step 2, delete social media, or the other way around. I really feel, I just sat and wrote down some notes in my journal, because I wanted this little chat to be a bit more collected and coherent, because sometimes I turn the camera on and my brain stops flowing. It seems as though that is still happening, but I am 2 weeks into the Artist Way. Today is my official 2-week mark of doing my morning pages and reading the book. So yeah, I have to, first and foremost, there's so much to say, so I'll try to keep this brief, but first and foremost, morning pages, yes, there are mornings that I get up and I'm like, I don't want to do this, like, I don't want to sit here and write. I'm tired, my hand doesn't feel like moving right now, but I do it anyway. I think some of that is my OCD, and I think some of that is just, you know, recognizing how much it's been helping me already, and honestly how special it is to do morning pages. I'm already like, wow, I'm gonna have all these pages of notes about different days that I've had and different things that I did, even though you're not necessarily supposed to go back and look at your morning pages. I think in the future I will probably look back at them, just like journaling is anyway. To be able to look back at those things and see how far you've come is really, really cool. I feel a lot more, I feel like that is the number one thing that wakes me up in the morning. I'm not saying I've never been tired. This past Monday, oh my god, I was the most tired I've been in a long time. I was fatigued, like it was awful, but that's besides the point. Morning pages definitely wakes me up, and it feels so amazing to get those extra thoughts off my mind and place them somewhere else besides just floating around in my head. Yeah, another thing is just how amazing it is to not have, you know, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all those other places where you get so much information and so much inspiration. To not have that excess information is so amazing. The reason I deleted them in the first place was because I was like, I am not doing anything with the creativity that already lives inside me. All I'm doing is taking in more information, and that's just making me more anxious, more depressed, more stressed out about where I am in my life, and I was not moving. I was not doing anything. So yeah, I was like, I know I need to get rid of these. I need to stop taking in this information, because we already have, it's already inside of you. Like, it's already, what you need is already there. And it kind of almost makes me emotional to say that. It's been an emotional week, you guys. Bottom line is everyone should delete social media for at least a week and start the artist way. The combination of my goal was like, my goal with deleting social media was I need to look within. I need to stop searching for other things because they're not doing anything. This is me right now. Like, nothing was getting put out, and I wasn't doing anything with the information that was being brought in. Basically, the combination of looking within and reading more, and then much more reading about the creative journey and this like spiritual creative path is a magic combination. So I think I've said that a couple times at this point, but I also feel like my love of creating has just presented itself to me again. All I can think about is ease. That's just the word that keeps coming to my mind, is it's like an exhale. I am not worried about creating something for someone else. It's just like, when it comes to me, it comes to me. I also feel so much more like myself. I feel more aware, which I'm already pretty self-aware to a fault, I think. But this awareness that I've cultivated the past couple weeks feels different. It feels fresher, and it feels more grounded. Another thing I wrote down is how my mind feels lighter, softer, quieter. Like, yesterday I came home from work, and granted it was a bad day, but it was also, I came home and I just laid on the floor of my room with the window open, and then it started raining. I think that's the gist of what I wanted to say. When something else comes to me, I will share with you guys, but I wanted to kind of give you guys where I'm at right now. And yeah,